share the power of power. Maybe for them, you can call him anything that people are making, my people, the other person. Maybe you are talking about who they know, they will know you. Our sister will go, take them, they say you're talking about from them. Now you know. Maybe I'm not you, you're talking about in our house.
Okay. All right, we're coming to anything you want to say for now before we leave you. Thank you so much.
You know, see, because someone else is going to say, one corner, they do our own day. And they tell the other police, they tell them what do I will pull out advance. You can't watch it for it. Tell him to forget about your can't about it. Okay,
Hello?
Yeah,
over there.
My phone remember me. I heard you last night. Absolutely, after the whole election. And in my corner, if you hear my preach most Sunday, you will conclude I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. Oh, yeah, I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it. Because our son who is bad president to him from Nimba, the Nimba will not understand the translation on better. The Senate start to work out. When we are growth, the Senate take this country the post of their family and attack the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Guardian to here.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters.
For peace.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
Here, the people are coming there. They belong there. Don't be there. And you know where you just thinking, what kind of way? What kind of thing? You want to go after people?
What kind of people?
Then,
you freedom fighter, you rape me now. Freedom fighter, you kill me now. Freedom fighter, you destroy now.
Because of money problem.
Then
the Senate. What are they almost trying to Yombi house? Then the brother they didn't tell me the house. Oh, then when I heard you were remaining 2 persons to come. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to school, I said, what is going on? You were here when we have sent paper. And you were here
when they were coming,
they
said they were liberators.
Documents.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came,
then God benefited from the 2020 decision on the Supreme Court to be involved in the 2011. And you will not wrong with that.
What kind of people?
He benefited. The after telling him about for 12 years now, he now said now, to finish the thing about the owner, and he wants to do it. Without trying to prosecute us.
Freedom fighter, you
so what is going on with then go there where we will do it. Then what has been going on. I'm not telling them why you did it. You know what I told you?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So, I mean, we are bring it now. When Biden send a bill, they will not put all the
I called you guilty. Do you think I'm really believe at 80 years old you will be able to rescue this country? We embellished. You know, when you are a sales representative, when you are a salesperson, you're selling a commodity or a product. Your job is to embellish. Did you think I knew, or did you think I mistook you for a rescuer? An old man who belongs to the of our history with a kick. A man who cannot even operate a laptop computer. No, we made a compromise. That's all. We settled. We compromised. And we believe you were a good man that was sympathetic to us. We in all Nigeria And I don't and projected you as though you could rescue this country. We called you rescue. How could you rescue the country when you are able to rescue your own finances? 12 years as vice president, we have been begging for money all over the place, raising money to sustain you. What contracts did you establish as vice president? What? They showed. Your campaign is a dysfunctional juggernaut led by people who are born into this hype which we are sucking the life out of now. We're sucking the life out of you. Now the wind out of your sail. The wind we put in your sail, we'll take it back. How dare you call us insignificant when you were in political nobody after 2017? Then we resurrected and dead political carcass of yours. You show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are you? George, we are. We just fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, we are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah. Which is to run for president. It is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord,
Oh, yes, indeed. What a good day. And of course, another opportunity to be on your radio sets. Good morning. Good morning. Just wherever you are this morning. Pleasant good morning. Welcome to yet another fascinating conversation on the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Just wherever you are this morning on our voice, it's good to have you join us. For the Thursday morning edition of the nation's premier breakfast platform, where we discuss the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Without fear nor favor, we speak truth to power and, of course, hold duty bearers accountable for the issues in the land. And yes, today is no exception, as there are a litany of issues to look at, revelations, contradictions, validations of some of the things we've actually talked about in past. So today is a perfect moment.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
Oh yes.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
So true.
But when they did their crime,
they changed their mind. And yes, today, as we speak, the president of Liberia is defending his usage of private jets on the BBC. But when he pursued the presidency, he spoke like a freedom fighter. He spoke like a liberator. He condemned all of that. He saw no reason. And he promised that, of course, when he shall have assumed power, he was going to abolish. In fact, the president once said that he could even use wheelbarrow, right? Wheelbarrow to go to work. But this president is heard live on the BBC, providing intellectual defense. Hey, the sleepy old man. Hey, money, oh money. They think can be so funny. The very black eye. That campaign and said it was a wastage of public resources for presidential private jets, and promised that he could even use wheelbarrow and even force the resignation of a minister in his government because of allegations of purchasing $92,000 vehicle. The very worker went ahead to buy a bullet-plated, customized presidential armor vehicle. The same worker is on the BBC defending a private jet. Are you all prepared to apologize to George Manuel Weah, to say sorry to former President Weah? Because your rescuer, your liberator, your Messiah, you brought the message, the thing. But anyway, we'll play the video and stuff so you'll get it for yourself. And that is that. And then we go to Capitol Hill. Yesterday we were here telling you about John Nangbe, John Yanti, sorry, one of those accused by the government for setting the legislature ablaze. The legislature ablaze. John, who had earlier fled to Ghana, was kind of clandestinely brought back to the country by state security, coerced to be to providing falsified testimony against Speaker Kofa and other lawmakers from the CDC in an effort to hold them accountable, remove them from their seats, put them behind bars, and call for new elections in their respective districts. Exactly the game plan of the regime. John was brought into the country, as we have learned, taken to a luxury hotel for almost a month or more, eating chicken, bargaining. But this man have said his conscience could not allow him to have, for whatever reason, tell lie on another person. So he decided and opted not to do what the government was requiring him to do. Yesterday, we saw the police angrily march to the hotel and took the man in heavily armed. Police convoy and brought him to the court. We also have a video, credit to Massa Kane of OKFM, that we're going to play for you all to listen to the facts and know that this case has spoiled.
What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters.
Beyond that, we're hearing that in this Iran and Israel thing, we are hearing something we are trying very hard to confirm. We're hearing that the government of Liberia has given support or voted against the U.S. and Israel in this Iranian and Israeli face-off. So, of course, these plus other issues making the news in Liberia, police brutality. This morning, we're going to be speaking to the King George. We've gotten very credible report about an independent investigation that has concluded and, of course, indicted the Liberia National Police. But the government of Liberia is refusing to publish the investigative report. So this morning, we're going to be calling on all of you to tell the government to publish the report. The report is there. The police, I'm told, very credibly is indicted. And of course, these indictments has reached somewhere. My name is Abu, and of course, Higa is here. Higa, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning to you, and good morning to Liberians following us. It's good to be back here this morning to continue with the Liberian people's job. We are here to talk the talk, and of course, that is what we've pledged to do for our country. This is the only contribution that we can give our country to ensure that, in as much as we are also involved into human capacity building, and of course, developmental drive as well in our own areas of assignment and our own areas of living, all of that. But again, nationally and generally, this is where we can use to contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of our country, Mama Liberia. So it's always a pleasure when we are dividing our matrimonial bed to be here, just to ensure that at least we can do the job of the Liberian people. We are back here up when I just told that issue about the vote on Liberia's vote against Israel and of course the U.S. I listened to a local media news on yesterday, and that was confirmed. And I think the president even spoke to that effect and said, and said that he believed that Liberia's vote would not in any way hamper the relationship with America. So yes, all of these things are happening, but it's terrible for our country where we are headed. Where are we now? But this is it. This is where we are. Also, to that recording, the video you talked about, we also got an extended version to that video. Credit to Carmen Lumbo. Also, we got an extended video to that where the guy accused the government of trying to coerce him to lie on Funati Kofa and others. But again, like I said, we are here, and it's good that we are here this morning. And obviously, today is Thursday, Abu. Today is Thursday, and we want to continue from where we stopped on yesterday with the cash giveaway. So just for $200 Liberian dollars today, you can dial star 799 star 11 hash, star 799 star 11 hash. Okay. And then after a few seconds, you'll be asked which currency you want to play from. You can choose to play from your Liberty account or your USD account, depending on which one of them you got money on. But at least if you're playing from your USD account, you must have at least $1.50. Or if you're playing from your Liberty account, you must have at least $200 Liberian dollars. And then yes, you stand a chance to win 10,000 or 5,000 here this morning. So once you dial star 799 star, you okay, you'll be asked the currency you want to play from. You select the currency, and then the next question is going to be how many tickets you want to put in. At that part, you have to be careful on what you do, because whatever you do is going to affect your account. And we're saying this because we've had people who have complained. Sometimes you want to play 5 times, but you don't want the 5 times money to be deducted. You can play 5 times thinking you can play 5 times thinking that only 200 will be deducted from your account. So once you play 5 times, understand that $1,000 is going to be deducted from your account. But whatever the case is, the more you play, the better your chances are to win. And then yes, you stand a chance right here to win 10,000 Liberian dollars or 5,000. So let's see, between now to 8 o'clock, we'll give out our first 5K or 10,000, while we give our more frequent players throughout this morning. But it's good we are back here, bro.
Most definitely, and of course, yeah. The thing is that look is MDR minute out for Dylan. So but let's hear the other ones more. You continue to
every time walk and put, and you can if the media can record. It was even on the media that Dallas did on one time. Walking the hallway before the senator so bad that the senator even said that I'm a man of God. If you continue to provoke me to this level, I will take a pillow upside down. Because even Jesus Christ went to the market. And Jesus Christ is upside down. So if you continue to provoke me, I will take a pillow upside down. And that's just be a $100. You should not feel that he has provoked our own man, and today our own man is going more with this walk and for issue, meaning that he shall continue to provoke the United people, continue to try to make Israel that's right, because the government is wrong, but
yes, this is it. This is where we are. What has started is an internal fight. The internal fight is who
Me, I like
should
it. I want for it.
who should succeed in case President Bouakai decides not to contest? Who should succeed? Him?
Not to contest. No, it's not even at the contestation point, right? The most scary reality is that there are senior elements within the government who are convinced, by whatever means I do not know, that Bouakai will not make it through. I mean, all they are waiting for every day that death news. I'm telling you this for fact.
And that is because,
I don't know, and it's so disgusting, right?
That is because of that. You see that
So
not many of them are giving that respect, that presidential respect to Bouakai. But instead,
when that plane thing happened, right, it will shock you. Yeah, we won't call him now. And you understand? But this is it. For us, we are only hoping that the old man serves his term. And of course, we will continue to hold him accountable for the promises he made and all of those, blah, 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 and what have you. But when it comes to all that your bad witches and things, that one that your internal thing there, you'll be doing that your internal for is up to you, right? But as far as we know it, I don't know how you're going to achieve that, right? To say for whatever reason, if Bouakai is deemed incapacitated and accepts to leave, or probably vacates the presidency through, death. I mean, we know constitutionally that Kun's supposed to assume the role. So whatever other people doing, I don't know how they are going to do it, but they should just be careful.
But the Constitution gave Kun the opportunity. So once he is sent to that position,
but there are other people
you have the opportunity
there are people that want to flip it.
With the consent of the legislature, the Senate to be specific, you have the opportunity to choose who is going to be
there are two schools of thought, or two backgrounds within the UP alliance. There are other people who are very cabalist, who believe that Labour presidency can't go to Nimba. So you can't give the presidency to Nimba person.
And there are Nimbarians too who feel like this is the Nimba's project.
Oh, okay. So right. So no, that is the Nimba people, and stuff now. But I'm talking about the divide that's within the alliance, right? These other people are like, for whatever reason they have best known to themselves, Nimba men should not be president of the country, right? So they support the alliance to topple Kun in the process where maybe Bouakai gives up and all of that. Another group, those are the UP fanatics who believe that Kun, this is a UP, presidency. If it goes to Kun will overhaul the entire thing, and of course the UP victory will be taken away from the Unity Party, and they must ensure that some kind of Unity Party person, stays in the line for any eventualities, right? So, but I know the folks who believe that this is a Nimba project, they're very solidified. They're very solidified. Even in the national security architecture, they are very solidified, right? I can say that for free. The rest of the other people, I don't know what they're relying on, but they also have their own reliance, and they're all working.
Most of those currently serving in position, they see the future in Kun than in Bouakai.
Correct.
So if you notice, many of them are aligning more with Kun than the president himself.
Correct.
So
Even businesses,
they pay more courtesy and respect to Kun because what they are taught is Kun is going to be
eventually Kun will be the president.
So we must start giving him the respect so that in case he is, we already have that kind of cordial working relationship and all of that. And so but this is where we are. These are things that we looked at before, and we said what we said. This is it. We are here and we're pushing gradually, but we are going to recognize some of you Facebook followers, since the comments have not gone beyond control for now, but you can send in your comments to some of the talking points here this morning. And again, please share the live and ensure that at least we can have triple or double of what we are of the current viewership. So we wait to see, continue to share the live, invite others to listen, whether via YouTube or Facebook. Then send in your comments as well. Then we'll read them out here for you while we prepared as well to give money to you. *799 *11#. at 8 o'clock or 8:05, 8:10. We're going to be doing a draw right here.
That's
Let's
correct.
get the system set up.
So it's up to you. Share the live and let's increase the viewership and drop your comments and all that before we go into the real hard issues. Too many things, right? While President Baka defends his usage of private jet and all of those, he also goes on to say to the world that Liberia, everybody is enjoying, nobody is suffering in Liberia, and that everybody can have, the daily meal. So we will do all of those and do our analysis and ask you, the Liberian people, to speak to the world. Your president now go in my mind and lie to the world about your condition. So it's up to you to come and say, oh yeah, the thing the president said that true, we all enjoying, we eating every day. And of course, yeah, the president's supposed to ride private jet, blah, 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 and all of that. So it's on you, actually. But so in the meantime, folks, we'd like to say this to the government of Liberia. Yesterday, I saw the president release a committee, announce a committee to, I don't know, respond or strategize or just do whatever to avert the U.S. ban on Liberia. And I saw a list of people, and of course, some of whom their associates and people they are working with very closely are some of the very reasons for which the U.S. has listed Liberia for potential ban. Right? I mean, black money people, illicit financial dealers, drug traffickers, and these are the people. The U.S. will not point and call names, but to tell you, and then you go set up committee and put Sarah Beslow Yanti, who is one person that have sat there and desecrated the Foreign Service of Liberia. You don't have to agree, but this is exactly what it is. The image of Liberia Foreign Service has been historically desecrated, and this is why we're getting all of these terrible international backlashes, right? The USAID cancellation, potential ban on Liberia traveling, and Liberians traveling to the United States of America, designated as a non-compliant and democratic republic in the face or in keeping with the requirements and standards of the American government. This is terribly scary, and this is where we are, folks. Then beyond that, also is the wave of police brutality, right, and police killing. Let me just tell the president, if you don't know, these are the reasons, these are the things, the violence, the abuses of human rights. You have to confront those ones. You have to deal with them. I don't see how the government is going to fix that. Not even the useless committee put together, some of whom are perpetrators. You put the police inspector general on the committee. The police inspector general instructed police to kill innocent protesters in Kinjor, and the government is hiding, the report. So concerns being raised by the U.S. is the issue of human rights abuses by the police and the inability of the government to curb police brutality. I'm telling you this from very strong and reliable sources. Among the many human rights concerns are the Kinjor killings. There is an independent report which has indicted the police, and of course, the government must publish that report. And these are, among many things, the basis for which Liberia is being designated for terrible and unfriendly diplomatic actions from our historical and traditional ally, the United States of America. And some of the very terrible diplomatic and, of course, unfriendly decisions that's been made by our foreign ministry, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, and of course, representative at different international organizations, as most of the decisions that have been rendered now are anti-American decisions. This is it. So we all bear the consequences, and of course, the effect of these terrible ill-advised, and of course, on historical decisions that the Barker government has adopted. This is terrible, terribly bad. And that's why we're going to liaise with our colleagues here, the management, and of course, other platforms like the Freedom Hub and of course the Hard Talk. We'll jointly do a communication to the Ministry of Justice, invoking the Freedom of Information Act for the release of the independent investigative report. You gotta know. That means our police is being criminally indicted in an independent report for murder. And the government of Liberia is shielding that. And the reckless and of course ruthless police director makes the list of people the president believes can water down on the potential ban that the U.S. is already planning to do. But it's going to be, it's a waste of public money, it's a waste of public time. I mean, let me tell the government how they could maybe go about this a little bit. The very people that caused the reason for which Liberia has reached this point, you can put them there. They have no solutions. So intelligently, what the government should have done, or maybe should be doing, is to work through independent bodies who have got the reputation and the credibility to convince the United States departments and other relevant authorities in the U.S. about reforms and changes. Not Gregory Common report with signature going to the U.S. say, oh, we not change the thing when there is a human right abuse, independent report on the police under Gregory Common. And that turns. So the U.S. have also been following issues of everything the police is doing, right? The restrictions and of course heavy-handed ban on motorcyclists that saw police beating people with baton and of course using vehicle to hit cyclists while they were in motion. And this have painted a picture of a creeping tyranny and of course totalitarianism in Liberia. And the American president, Donald J. Trump, has reaffirmed his commitment to heavy reactions to countries or individuals who would deem, defiant to the American interests. So just to let you know, when I see someone passing around more, if you say, oh, that's something. So we're in the interest of our countries who come here will tell you, Mr. President, Mr. Leadership, please do these things so that the country will be safe. Or again, we'll have a very, very terrible leadership in power. You got those videos, right?
Yeah, I want to
So,
share that.
right?
So,
A very terrible leadership in power. But I'm deeply worried, scared and worried that I don't know. I don't know how well the president is thinking some of these actions and decisions he's taking, the timeliness and all that. Why couldn't we abstain? Do we understand the consequence of voting against America and Israel currently as America is outraged and is threatening direct involvement, as much as the president have said, the United States president have said he could either get either involved or not, right? So that means there are possibilities. So America is not taking that conflict lightly, and anybody aligning with Iran. I mean that is exactly, this is global politics. So when you go on this side, you bear the consequence. When you come on this side, you bear the consequence. So this is it. And when America hits Iran harder, Iran could be left with very little option but to cause casualties. And some of these casualties range from bombing American bases and targeting American allies, particularly oil fields in places like Saudi Arabia and other places. And all of these could have far-reaching trickle-down effect on the third world. Petroleum prices will skyrocket, the local economy will plummet, and then you, the people, will suffer. But that suffering is born out of the decision taken by your president, right, to not study, the global environment properly before deciding which way to go. But in a desire to appease his new friends, the Chinese, he always want to demonstrate an anti-American posture and brag about, a liberal first agenda. What is Bwaka's definition of liberal first? We need to understand, because it is appearing scary. Some of the decisions that are coming out of the Bwaka first cliche are becoming very scary and dangerous for the future of this country. So he needs to painstakingly define what his liberal first agenda looks like. So we all know and brace ourselves for what it is, because these things are very, very scary. I am even understating the impact that some of these terrible, unfriendly decisions that have been taken by a very disastrous foreign ministry, and of course, a passive president will cause on us. But this is it. So yes, today is Thursday, and we are paying $10,000.
Okay. Yes, we are about to give money to somebody. Star 799 star 11 hash. Okay, give a few seconds, and then they list. They will ask you the currency you want to play from, which currency you want to play from. Whether you have money on your Liberty account, you can choose to play from your Liberty account. Whether you have money on your USD account, you can play from your USD account, or just wherever, which one of them you have money on, you can play from there. And then the next question, once you enter whether 1 or 2 as option and enter, the next question is you're going to be asked how many tickets. So when you want to play like 5 times, just put in 5, and then you stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 here. But we want to give this out to somebody. Let's see if this person is willing to pick up this morning. Star 799 star 11 hash. We got a video already in queue. So yes. This person hoping that you pick. Star 799 star 11 hash is the code. You stand a chance to receive 10,000 Liberian dollars just for 200 LD. You get 9,800 profit. That's why it is. Somebody played 4 times yesterday and got 20,000. That's business deal. So let's see. Try you for the next time. Trying you for the next time. Star 799 star 11 hash is the code here this morning. Let's talk to another this person, since try for this second time according to what we're supposed to do. Let's try for the second time. If not, we'll try the final, and then we'll move on. So continue to share the live, continue to invite others to follow. Yes, and here, and then continue to play your cash giveaway, because we got more money to give out to you this morning. This person, what's going on? What is going on? Who you don't be at the mayor yesterday who answered at his final try, and this is the final try for this person. Star 799 star. The third call. Star 799 star 11 hash. Okay. Reply 1 or 2 for whatever currency you want to play from, whether you have money on your LD or your USD account. Reply, and then just enter. The next question, the tickets you want to put in, whether you want to play 10 times using $2,000, you just enter number 1010, and then yes, you move on. More money to give out here this morning. So the time is 8:15. I'm calling out this person. Okay, we can get this person. Okay. So let's try to see, but we will do another. Yeah, we will.
So we're doing it right now. We'll give me a little time.
Let's give it a little time. We got a video already in queue, so let's give it.
Okay, 1 hour ago, the U.S. Embassy Monrovia. U.S. Embassy Monrovia will be closed. Okay, let me see what has happened. Okay, I'm sure there is some kind of work going on. let's see why. It will be closed on June 19th, which is tomorrow, right? Friday.
Today. Today's the 19th.
Today's the 19th. Okay, in observance of a U.S. federal holiday, we will reopen at 8 o'clock Friday morning. So for those of you that are scheduled or thinking about visiting the U.S. embassy for whatever reason, you have to understand that the embassy is closed in observation of a holiday in the U.S. So save your time, save your resources, and reschedule for tomorrow. So we are also investigating and following a tip-off we received here from the Central Bank of Liberia. Some money in a bag of around or even over 500,000 United States dollars is believed to have been taken from the central bank and is in the possession of one young lady. One young lady who is also an employee, right? One young lady who is also an employee. A big new, big headable. How they conjure money? One person
Yeah, because I know to that place you will find.
So this lady apparently, and she may be listening or something, but $500,000 we're getting. We want to make sure the same way they are all circle calculating and people were thinking, say, well, we're taking the whole war now. The same way we're putting all our pieces together on the one, you can start blasting. There'll be no turning back.
Maybe the central bank say they will keep the money better.
Yeah. So no, what happened is I'm told she has some sort of relationship, right, with the individual who named the money was taken in.
Okay.
But that individual has passed. So, but the individual trusted her with the money, the custody of the money. She works there, right? I'm not going to call your name right now, but we're running this other one. We just like to inform our people. 500,000 is no joke. Nobody will won't take 500,000, right? With name and shame. We'll provide the facts the same way, right? But anyway, that is that. So
my country is an interesting place.
This other thing here, then we go to our conversation. But just thought to let the people know that we're working on something that will come with. This other thing before we go to our constitution, our conversation. I don't know what your take. The Ministry of Education ban on Gala Day parade. Gala Day parade. What do you think?
This is the outcome of having people who have little or no knowledge of the society they represent. This is just the outcome of it. We have an education minister who have absolutely little or no understanding of how our society here in Liberia is, how the educational system is, and all of that. And I was shocked on yesterday when I came across a press conference involving the police and, of course, the Ministry of Education. Now, there is something that the minister isn't understanding. And it is just a part of the learning activities of our country and in other countries, I'm sure. You have time for you have time for the real academic activities, and you have time for these are all part of the academic activities.
They're called
extracurriculum activities,
and it's good for the
this,
the only place I'll try to agree with them a little bit is the economic condition and the way schools try exploiting it. They're bringing all kinds of things inside. So parents been crying too, mama.
In this case, if that is the reason, the education ministry should be setting a benchmark of what students or teachers or schools administrators should request if you want to have a gala day program.
But I think they say safety. Yeah,
So,
safety.
Abu, that is not an issue. Police officers and even those schools have had their own or security who normally parade with the students, and parents of these students parade along with them. Abu, let's be frank, man. They can bring that thing up to them. Can't tell you say security concern. What I mean, Abu, let's be frank. Don't you know that there's gala activities? It serves as a motivation to others who maybe are not in school. You find as a result of gala activities, some students get jealous, some children get jealous, and encourage their parents to be able to send them to school.
But the money too now. Me, I like to talk for the old man and the money because
Abu,
the student being given
Abu.
people hard time.
So then I'll go back to the question to ask the education ministry. Were there any conversation here with school administrators, parents teachers association, and all of that to ascertain what are the real issues or how can this be mitigated? Call a meeting with the various schools administrators and the parent teachers association. Let them tell you, let them draft a way that they think that this can work. Okay, we want to abolish gala day parade or whatever. We want to abolish it. What's your take on this? I listened to Reverend Samuel Ennis. I saw him on his Facebook page complaining of that. So school administrators are complaining. Abu, if you and I were to open the lines just for 5 minutes on this topic, there will be parents who express dissatisfaction. There will be school administrators who express dissatisfaction to this. I mean, why the government is behaving this way now?
Mm-hmm.
They said that the happiness of our country or citizens is something that I can get people angry.
So that is that. So it's up for you. I mean, I know there will be very mixed reactions. Others will most likely welcome it. I don't think I have a whole big problem with it, but the point you are making too is also good. And, you know, extra curriculum activity. When we all were there, the inside league will go play games. Schools will play games. Then at the close of the academic year, there will be the gala week, right? So schools started making a gala month. It will be a whole month of extra curriculum activities. You'll be, you know, going for practice session, for parade, the different groupings, and of course, other things will be happening. Queen contests and all these things will happen. And, you know, quizzing competition. All of those were intended to keep the school calendar, and, you know, kind of interesting for the kids, so that it doesn't look boring all of the time. But the government, in her wisdom, have said, look, we don't want anybody to be happy. And, you know, judging by the way my colleague put it, we don't want anybody to be happy. As soon as we see you doing something that making you happy too much, we'll stop it. So nobody parry. All of you go sit down to the hall. You go to school, you finish, you go sit down to the hall, you look at your grandma face, you look at your mom face, your pa around, and that's all.
So in Swemeka district, Bombing County, the place I call my second home. You know, the government telecom, post and telecom, and I post how they call them LTE, they're passing around with that. I know tower that what kind of mobile network, blah blah. So one of the places that quote unquote benefited is decrying that since that thing was reactivated there, it is not working. So in Bombing County, Gabriel Packard is reporting that residents of Swemeka district in Bombing County have voiced out serious concerns over the persistent lack of mobile network connectivity, despite the recent reactivation of a telecommunication tower in the area. This is something they put in money for.
So I think when they carry water in
Bopolu.
So what kind of government energy you carry? It can work. This is a lying government. And when we say these things, some very small-minded idiots who are out there thinking themselves to be smart and intelligent, but they're very stupid. They are part of the stupid segment of the Liberian population. They Unity Party, they Unity pigs, they you pigs, right? That's who they are. You all are stupid people. But you don't, the time you'll get to know your stupidity is when the old man finish dump your feature, dump your whole head, taking and put for that your full your dancing poo water with. But when will turn you down, put your head in the poo water, your drinking will go in your nose, your ears, before you know say you're stupid. Because how dare you sit down there for a man who has done everything and failed his entire life miserably? That man you be saying and talking, will make sure that will make sure being all of you go jump in.
We'll make sure. Papa can lie. Yeah, we'll make sure. Being you're responsible when your children and you say you get sense. You go dancing people what the man will tell you he also and infinity can't tell you. We'll make sure this country here, no matter what they do, we'll make sure. No matter what they do, we'll make sure. I'm gonna old man. But let's recognize some of our followers and then give another money to somebody right here. Let's start up to our conversation. Yes, let's get two major video. We get a player. Let's get to business here. Right. Rebecca M. Lavala is saying, "Good morning, my freedom family from Upper Carwell. Thank you, guys." She says that. Samuel Tamba Williams Jr. is watching closely. He says that. Stephen Yakadi says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I am following from Cotton Tree District 2, Lower Maigibby County." This next person is Aja. That's Haja A.G. Suarez says, "Good morning." Good morning, Aja. Rebecca again. We have to okay, Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. says Weah is coming back to the presidency 2029. He says that. Adolphus P says, "Good morning. I'm watching from Cotton Tree, Lower Maigibby County." That place is becoming. Emmanuel Sender says, "Good morning, family. I am watching you from SD Cooper Road. Good morning." Agatha Glasgow says, "I'm watching from Tinkers Village RI Road where the common citizen children live." Okay. Good morning, Agatha. Bwaka Gray says, "Good morning." Samuel Light Cooper says, "Good morning, Freedom. Morning, Ras. I am Samuel Light Cooper. I'm following from Cardwell. This government told us that they have strong evidence, but what we are seeing is weak evidence. Also, we are hearing attempt to bribe under our law. This is a crime." Okay. Amara Jala Kamara says, "Good morning, Freedom Radio, Liberia family. I am watching live from Brussels. Good morning." Sebastian God Grace Sebastian says, "Good morning, guys. I am following from opposite Lone Star." Ruben Kane. Ruben says, "I am following from Gardnersville resident this morning." That's from my Gardnersville resident. Bwaka Grace says, "Good morning, family. I'm watching you from West Point." Arnold Taylor says, "Good morning. Watching from Michigan. Keep on the good work." Kaka Bar says, "Watching from Newtown." Chris Danu says, "Good morning, Freedom. I am watching from Brewerville, Parker Corner." March Wallakewon says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from Ganta, Niba County." Daniel Tuba. Daniel says, "Good morning, following from Central Monrovia." Otto, "Good morning. I am watching or following from around the Freeport. Thanks for the show. Liberia is getting there." Morris Godfriend Jesse says, "Good morning, Freedom family. Following live from Chicken Soup Factory." He says that. Augustine Dwyer says, "I'm watching from Maryland County, Harper City, Merklin Street." Vivian Solo Queen says, "Good morning, guys." Good morning, Vivian. Frank Menion says, "Good morning, guys. I'm following the best morning show from my transit point. Okay, transit point resident. I'm sure it should be. Baye Joshua says, "Good morning, guys. I'm washing. Okay. Henry T. Toy should be Junior. Henry T. Toy Jr. says, "Good morning. I am watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the update to the motherland. Thank you." Peters Emmanuel says, "Good morning, my brothers. Good morning." Mohammed Mariaman J. Sharif says, "Good morning, Abu. I'm watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacobtown, St. Francis community." Abdullahi Dency says, "Good morning." Good morning, Abdullahi. Roland W. Tool says, "I'm watching live from an what is this? Job site, okay. From my job site this morning, Town, Bourgeois Island, Monrovia. Morning. Odell Gibson says, "Good morning, family. I'm watching from the USA, Arizona. Good morning." Mohammed B. Foley says, "Good morning, guys. I'm following you from Grand Cape Mount County, Matabo, Gold Mine." Okay. Odell Gibson says, okay, Odell. Jerison B. Toba says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. My name is Jerison B. Toba. I am following from Victoria Island, the darkest community in District 2, Monserrado County." Oh, wow. District 2 will be liberated one day. Let's see this. Okay, this in person. Jerry Bava says, "Good morning, Freedom family. I am joining you from an hustle ground, Thinkers Village. Thanks for the great job." Hilton Walejedo says, "Good morning, guys. I am following you from Greenville City, Sino County. Good morning." Emmanuel T. says, "Good morning. Because China voted against America, that's why Liberia followed them." I know, right? Okay.
I think we'll have to hold it there.
Yeah, we have to hold it because just too many more continue to come up.
There are too many. We can't do all tomorrow. We'll continue from exactly where we stopped because, folks, these are very burning conversations that we need to do all we can to begin with. I mean, there are a lot of things happening in the country, but wrongly. When you speak of them, you have a president who has Shigoton, and he lies, and all of you are so, particularly you pigs, are so unsophisticated to understand the lies and deception in the president's comment. And of course, when we come here to help you out, basically understand these things, and then you be like, we are not even thinking about that. So we're gonna play you the first video, right, of the trial yesterday. So just load that. Yesterday we told you that there is something in criminal justice called witness tampering. And in any investigation that is involved in the process of witness tampering, first of all, that is a crime under the law. Witness tampering is not supposed to. Clear what witness tampering is. It refers to the act of attempting to improperly influence. Anytime if there is an investigation going on and then you take action to influence, right, or mislead, or prevent a witness from providing testimony or evidence in a legal proceeding. As soon as you try to prevent the witness from saying what they know naturally, right, it's equal to witness tampering in a legal proceeding. Now, how can this happen? How do you suspect or tend to say, from what is happening and how this case is going on, right? there are bases to believe that what is happening from the position of the prosecution is equal to witness tampering under the law, and of course that has cast a whole dark cloud on the independence, the integrity, credibility, and of course reliability of the trial process. Now, this can involve actions like threatening. When you see state security using heavy hand, arm, and instilling fear, threatening the life and all that, there is a case in Liberia, right, that the police are aware of. The leadership of the police, 107, 103, and of course Gregory Como. Let's say there were kids then though, right? In the police. So they may not be fully au courant with some of these things. So they're just going ahead. Gregory Como can lie and say you get Harvard working and blah blah blah. So they say, oh, that big policeman. So the whole idea of patronage in Liberia can just catapult some people to anywhere, and at the end of the day, we all have to accept. So because you're from certain family or you're from certain organization, certain society group and all that. So only we the plebeian, we just gotta be sovereign, struggling by ourselves, making it because we get a family with the BB names and all that, but that's no problem because for us it's not about the material dividend that we accrue, but it's for the moral uprightness that we demonstrate and the contribution the services we render to humanity that guarantee for us salvation in the hereafter. Or everything you contribute, you always have to keep in your mind what you intend to get. That a big gift there from God, but you be doing all kinds of things entering society that we're left with you. So this can involve actions like threatening, intimidating, right? Like what we saw with the police yesterday, right? Harassing or bribing witnesses. We're going to play the video for you. Our people are man, you're in the community, you're coming listening, you're untexted, they're arguing, they're hurting your head about the whole rescue mess. Because someone else so intolerant when they say not interested. So who get time for you? Nobody get time for you. You're misled the country, you're poor in the mess, you're dancing all around, threatening people. Oh, you gotta vote for Blanca. If you not vote for Blanca this, you sit down and you shame when people talking about it, then you get vexed. Right? I thought you're supposed to be riding your own private car right now because Blanca president. And you say now somebody test it. Well, you're not even pay the good money, and then people show on that you won't be complaining. Who are you? Who are you? Right? You can't even pay full money to your horse good. The children school fee and thing, and you lead the children, they passing around the baking, you can't wear nice clothes, you sit down and test it, everything okay with you. Nothing okay with you. Nothing we know. We know your secret. We know all your secret, and you'll be pretending right out. All of your poor in the mess. So every day we'll name and shame you, we'll call you out. You pigs. We'll call all of you that buffon, bonsway. You're lie, but they old man. What can you remember the thing that you can say? Right? You're lie. You say, oh, God made brother. So what did not happen? Your own personal life, what did not happen? They seem 25 hours you're renting, you stay renting inside. Nothing not changed in your life. You stay begging around, passing around, begging for hall rent, begging for transportation in your own country. But you're being, oh, y'all vote for UPO. Y'all vote you bunch of useless ignoramus. So harassing or bribing witnesses or even offering them incentives to change their statements. Essentially, it's any attempt to interfere with the truth-seeking process in a trial or investigation. Any attempt to interfere with the truth-seeking process in a trial or investigation. Right? So now, let's listen to the state witness, the man who they wanted to co-opt. I mean, state witness, the man say, So this is a scenario of like one of my bosses was telling me yesterday that you now call the red, you say the red done. Everything, time for you to eat. You brought on a tube from up interior, say wanna prepare the thing. And I'm doing that's sort of green leave there in the pen. But she call it fine, now bring your man and I just sit on the dining table. You go open it, the food ain't even ready yet. So this is exactly the mess that the investigators have put us in. Right? Johnny D how they call the other guy, and all these men at 103, 107, Gregor Como messed the whole case up. So see, listen to the leaks.
Imagine you are seeing today. Who engage you? Matt Amla, 106, 103, 1 ambassador. That's what you need. Yeah, but almost 10 different government officials every day coming to my hotel. Last time, lost the hotel. Go to my recipient. Go there last time. So my recipient there. I need on it.
Receipt of that?
This is when you bring the country to sex.
I should not call nobody out.
Oh, you listen?
No, you are not.
Because they said
Because the guy with you, well, the chief police officer, the man is grab the man, right? We are not insinuating. Let the trial be fair.
who engage you?
Matt Amla,
We are no Matt Ambler,
103,
police, RG,
1 ambassador. That's what
Owen Ellington, the man who lied,
almost 10 different government officials every day coming to my
why
hotel.
police fire assistant.
Last time, lost the hotel. Go to my recipient. Go there last time. So my recipient there. I need on it.
Ellen fire.
They said
That was how Ellen fired Mark Ambler. Mark Ambler has a history. He was dismissed from the Labrador National Police for lying.
I should not call nobody out.
That November 7 incident at CDC headquarters, Mark Ambler informed the country that there were gun sounds heard from the CDC headquarters compound. But when the independent committee investigated, established that there was no gun sound, so Mark Ambler was dismissed. A whole liar. The whole liar attempting to grab and tamper with it. I'm not speaking.
Last time, lost the hotel. Go to my recipient. Go there last time. So my recipient there. I need on it.
The man called him. He say he called him. So let Mark Ambler. He called Ambler. He called Mark Ambler, right? He called 107. He called 103, right? With some other ambassador, but I get plenty user people.
I think it's Chris Onanunga, the guy who got QFM.
Onanunga.
Onanunga, the guy who they say was the annual or how they can call it. He's ambassador for tourism. Yeah.
But Onanunga too.
And he was also indicted doing a global witness saga.
Part of the B-ball 1, B-ball 2.
So if you see why he's also behind this case and pursuing it, is because he want to pay back.
Vengeance.
Yeah, vengeance. So
on Funanti Kofa. So everywhere. So they're always there. So basically you see where this is coming from. So what does all of this leave us with, fellow Liberians? The credibility of the investigation process is under question. So basically what they're going to do now, right? And this guy is prepared to speak. The man is not speaking with any fear. The man records, he's very retentive, he records everything, and good is in court. But this regime is not civilized. This regime is going to what? It's going to round up this brother, take him and throw him behind bars. But there are a few fundamental questions that we'd like to ask. Now, this man was brought in on the 2nd, as we are told, right? The 2nd of June.
The 6th of June.
The 6th of June, sorry, the 6th. Funanti Kofa and other people who were there, and suspected, no process, they took them to South Beach. But this other man, they took him to a hotel, lifestyle hotel, and kept him there. This man was being fair, taxpayers' money every day, because the state was trying to program him to serve as state witness. Right? In the trial, let me tell you, people can decide to vote, but the process is voluntary, but not through coercion. Any attempt to coerce, that tampering, that witness tampering. Witnesses can volunteer, right, to be state witness, and the state will decide, and to drop their charges or do whatever. But when the process become intimidating, when the process become threatening, when it becomes inducing, that is involuntary. I see my friend Chokon go write something, and I felt it was too elementary to even respond to. Talking about, oh, that standard procedure. You know something you're doing pretty much because you're being Richard Kun. But anyway, everybody will show their say they broke out. Everybody will show their color. Everybody will see. Everybody will know. Everybody will see. Will know. So this is a period exactly. So our independent men and our independent men can be written.
I think they're so independent.
All kind of tango thing, right? But folks, this is exactly what it is. So in a nutshell, what some of us believe is that these things have casted a dark cloud on the reputation, the integrity, of course, the independence, and the reliability of the trial process. It has further demonstrated, an ulterior motive in the trial of Funati Kofa and the likes. What could be some of the predated motives? Since there are elements within this government currently that feel like they have a bone to pick with Funati and some other people, particularly, right? Like we talk about Chris Onanuga in the Big Ball 1 case, Big Ball 1, Big Ball 2 case, right? That Sabo money criminal act. So they see it as an opportunity due to their proximity to power to do all they can to go after Funati Kofa, disgrace them in their mind, put them behind bar. But God, part of justice, can sleep. This government might succeed in what? Suppressing Funati and the lawmakers, like in the case with Argentina now, as the former Argentina president is being held behind bar and there are people protesting for her release in Argentina currently as we speak. And some of what she said was that you may succeed in incarcerating Christine, but you will not succeed in silencing the whole of Argentina and all that.
Not possible.
So you may succeed because you are the regime of the day, importing Funati and other people beyond bar in a retributive style. But at the end of the day, the truth will always remain, and one day the truth will come to light. So in all of what we are saying, we are just advocates for the right things. The government can still have a will, but it is important to go on the record that these are the facts. Even if the government go ahead and does whatever, they are all violation because they're exercising ruthless power. And from all indication, this is exactly what the trial looks like. So, Liberians, boys in your court, I do not expect that John will be treated with kind, civility, and of course, due process. I will not be surprised ultimately if I see John dragged to the central prison because he had defied very senior government officials of what the government had relied on very well. Remember once upon a time they were saying, oh, we'll bring a guy from Ghana. We'll bring a man from Ghana and man can't talk. So the man came, the man is telling us this. Hey, God.
Man, you could bring somebody and put a man in hotel, expecting the guy to lie on somebody. And the good thing is, Abu, this is it. When you try to do things in a clandestine and crooked manner, you always find people who will easily expose you. And this is where we are with this government. They are so much interested in setting the record. They are so much interested in paying debt. So as a result of that, they are not following the legal proceedings and procedures. And somebody says, oh, they did it. Or somebody will sit there and say, oh, they did it before. Okay. They did it and you claim it was in the wrong fashion or in the wrong form and manner. You came as a rescue government and you think going the same wrong way, even worse than what it was, you think is the right thing for our country? Look at where we are today. Go bring somebody the 6th of June. Keep you kept the man there in the hotel, man eating chicken, doing everything, coercing him to lie because he refused. And just yesterday, Abu, I was on a taxi with an associate to that fellow, but I was like cool, and then the person was having a conversation. They were having a general conversation in the car, and all of that. And there are too many things involving this guy. This guy issue that the reason they brought him to country.
Mhm.
There are too many things.
It's clear they wanted to use him.
They wanted to use him, and I hope that the police can give this guy his phone. I don't know whether it is in their custody.
But they find anything in all those. So they just need a guy to agree to say, right? I just forget him, but somebody.
So
right,
the reason
the guy to
is
say yes. Funati
yes.
sent us to go and put fire on the
So
building.
they brought
All they need the guy to
brought this guy. Even up to now, we've not gathered, like we said yesterday, we've not gathered what is this guy's connection to the alleged arson case.
Nobody
right?
knows.
We don't know what is his connection. But the reason you see now he's been dragged in this, he was brought and tried to be coerced. Since he could not give in, the police thought it was that it will let this guy go free. It will serve as a setback to us, because he might start giving out sensitive information, especially involving us. So the only thing we do, let bar public sentiment, make the public to feel like he was a part of this entire thing. And then with that, anything he said, the people want to say that he's trying to defend himself. And this is just it. So this guy was brought, kept in the hotel. You put lawmakers behind bar, but you brought somebody from Ghana, a common citizen, you brought him from Ghana, kept him in a hotel. The guy is telling you, go there, go check to see whether there is no receipt there bearing his name. So all of that, this is Liberia. This is our country. Prove a point. This is it. Let's go there and prove a point. And all of those, even connected to this, are just people. Greg is being used. He himself has bought that idea to be used by the regime. And tomorrow, his character is going to pay for
Greg is, maybe you could say that, but to some extent too, he's not actually being used. In fact, he want to show that he's the best police inspector general, because I'm being told that he's the richest police inspector general in just under 2 years because of all the money he's collecting from different places. So, Liberians, this is the case. This is how the case is. It's just an update, and of course, let's hear what you think about it. Let's pay this money, and then we open the lines before we go to
good morning.
Next discussion.
Hello.
Morning. This is Higa, and I'm here with Abu, calling you from Freedom FM.
Yeah.
You played the cash giveaway this morning? No.
No, I'm not playing.
But you've been playing before.
Yeah, I've been playing.
Check on your phone. I'm sending you $1,000 as part of our frequent draws.
All right.
We're here on the radio too, giving out 10,000 and 5,000. You want to play? You dial *799 *11, and then yes. But your 1,000 will be your phone shortly. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's do another one here. Then we go back to give the money that somebody did not receive first. Let's give it. Let's see another one right here. Let me disperse this morning firstly. *799 *11 hash. Is the code right here. Let's give out another money. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this. *799 *11 hash. This number. Let's talk to another person right here. Let's talk to another person right here. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. This is Hagar, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Morning.
Did you play the cash giveaway this morning? No.
No.
Okay. So, but you part of our frequent players. You've won $1,000. So, I'm going to send you $1,000 shortly as part of the frequent players this morning. Okay. We also on the radio and giving out 10,000 and 5,000. You want to play? You can play. That's *799 *11 hash, and then yes, you stand a chance to win 10,000 or 5,000 here this morning.
All right. Thank you.
Check your phone. Your morning already there.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So yes, star 799 star 11 hash. Star 799 star 11 hash. And we want us to pick few calls, and we do our
Yeah. Let pick few calls on this capital building thing, right? And see the latest turnaround. The state witness, after the police RG bragged on state radio that they have 100% evidence. The men they were relying on to come and lie on the lawmakers, the men have busted the whole plan. So let's see how far and where we are going to go now. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104.
Good morning, you live.
Yeah, this is Benedict Zhao, and I call you from Central Monrovia.
Go ahead, Benedict.
Yeah, let me speak to the issue of the president and deliberation with the BBC folks yesterday.
No. That's our next discussion.
We've not gotten to that,
capital
Benedict.
building.
Okay. Regarding the issue about John Yancey, I think, as you guys said, I think it's a done deal already. They are always been in flagrant violation of our law. This will not be no strange thing. I can tell you for sure the guy will use any dictatorial means and carry on a cackle to his prudent process to incarcerate both the lawmaker and this guy. They kind of don't care. They got their own spirit. The first thing when these people take over, their first meeting was with a dictatorial regime, beginning Jan Janjaweed and that of the Sarah Luden and dictatorial president. And this guy give them advice. The only way to run your country is you carry on certain attitude. This thing is a calculated attempt. These guys will impose their self on if we don't stand up to this. The idiots in power will impose their self on if we can't teach it all. And they will continue to rule the country for the next 100 years. And this is a true kind of mentality they got to bring it back on board. So if we don't stay strong to this guy, we're heading for trouble. So I think we need to stand up with our parents.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk to this person. Hussein, morning.
Hussein, if you're not missing, we'll cut you off.
Good morning,
Morning.
Yes, thank you. This is Hussein Kew. I come from Jacob HQ number 2. So I listen to the talking points. First of all, let me say this. The law is the law, and whenever there are issues that brought down on legality, when cases are in the court, we have to give chance to the legal process.
Get up from here, Hussein. You're not ready yet. Get up from here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abu Seri, and good morning to Chebehega Gonda.
Morning.
Go ahead.
This is Derek Morris and a phone in from the electoral station number 16. Thanks for following me the opportunity. Yeah, to the issue quickly concerning Mr. John Yancey. We want to be clear on the record because if you're going to see that we can cajole the citizen and incarcerate our
and this man's life and all could be in danger from what we are seeing.
If you come in a district where I live, district system, almost 80 to 95% of the people living in the borough is aware or even know that Yancey and others are the ones who bring the capital. So you can hear the debate is very hard, and some of us we are here telling them that. But if you agree with the United Party people that this brother burns down the building, then why is it now the government telling the man say they will give him 200,000 United States dollars? And not just that, but bring the man from Ghana, then they lost the man in.
But if they have evidence that's informing their belief that John did it, what they can also provide that maybe video or picture or some kind of comment or conversation that they have, what they can present that, because something might have convinced them that John did it.
Yeah, come. So for us, we are just sitting and watching, and it will not be a free ride because we want this to be a precedent case where before you incarcerate somebody, you must have facts, you must go beyond all that, all reasonable that come with clear evidence. You must not use your power.
Okay,
Power
thank you. This is equal to blackmail, and it could be anybody tomorrow. So we have to be very careful of what we support and all of that. Hello, good morning. We just have to ask the hard questions. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm James Dillon. I'm calling you from Singapore. You see, this is why normally we told people, Unity Party, for me, normally I told people that Unity Party is the reincarnation of the two party that suffer our people over the years. And we are not going to benefit anything from Unity Party, only oppression and depression. You see, I listened to the government lawyer of recent. He said the evidence they have in their possession is overwhelming. And I said, how will you refer to social media evidence to be overwhelming? How will you refer to an audio of somebody talking, say that the person voice, you refer to that an overwhelming, evidence. Mm-hmm. So from that point, I knew that the government was being reckless with the former speaker, their indictment and other processes. But as I normally to people, we just have to bear it for the next 6 years, really years. But Unity Party will suffer our people. We are going to suffer it. Because this is why always people, I used to tell people during the campaign time, I said, for me, I never support the ambassador. We are over the past 6 years, but then we are remains until we find the rightful president for this country. Because Baka is not going to change anything. Baka is only coming to suffer people.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. That means good morning to Hagar. This is Edmokar.
Edmokar.
When you say everything that we are seeing are created dark cloud over the investigation or the indictment of Fonati and others, it's serious, because I don't know why other people are asking it. How come you will bring somebody that, according to you, they are associated with what are happening in your one investigation? Mm-hmm. You think the man is placing in a hotel, you are feeding him 5 times a day, giving him all of the juices that he will request for. Then you come here, you want to activate that the man is just setting in the secret that he is announcing. People are making 0 offer. We'll give you 60. The man say no. We'll give you 100. The man say no. So they continuously increase the amount so that they can be able to achieve their goal.
And the goal is to have the man say, yes, we bring it, and Fonati and others told us to bring it.
All right. Then you have people writing on Facebook that people who even trust them one way or the other, talking about the man is not real in the figure. Amen. No, the last person we have said something. He said if Liberia are not careful, they will go back where they come from. That's what we don't want. Because some of the people today, they are calling on the radio to defend the action of this government. They live in one room. Anything that happens here, they pick up their one closet, they run away. Even some of us were trying to establish our way in their struggling government. So we don't want anything that will make us to abandon what we are struggling for and then leaving people come spend their lives here.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Witness tampering is what we see now currently happening in the trial. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm patient from people.
Go ahead, patient.
Abu, they come and get money. No wonder why America put out there on it. They put get money. They still come and use money again to take for that people back and red and no medicine GSK. Then they spending money for somebody to lie on Kofa. You see that about this today, Abu? Abu, no when he lie, they will swear on power. Say, is that true? Why you talking so? You want to put a swear on that power? They lose that whole time. You see that about being afraid to lie? But why can I say believe that he's president? So why he's doing it? He can say get what he's president for that, bro.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot from Dupont Road. Let's take another person. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Papa. I'm calling about this too. You guys have said it all. You guys have said it all. This government, I think for free. We told people, the old man, there was no need to elect the old man because they may not have future. The man future already gone. You can't elect someone already finished. Then we need to go and walk on him. Then you go put on one power. You not tell me yourself behind. The man is vindictive to the sin that he prays there, passing around, he's not doing anything to bring peace among the young people. You need to bring division among the young people. But we tell our parents who said this, they will not be careful. This old man who don't have future, this country will go down in dream because of him. Because you see, they don't have nothing to lose. They don't have nothing to lose. You're not even thinking about the children in the future. But you think about itself. So to tell you that they may not think about even the innocent like people, right? So we always think that we start competition in this country so that people can say, I don't want the president. I'm telling you, Baba just only Gizibo ni all. People never knew the Gizibo carried a banana for getting the law, the Gizibo carried up.
No, that bugger. Now the Gizibo that bugger. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I come from Brownsville this time. We don't like to call our name on the radio because the police IG, they can trace people, that call on the radio station and on Facebook. I work there. Anyway, I work. Anyway, this is dirty politics. I refer to this as dirty politics. We are watching shows like that before, where government officials will go, and commit a crime, and then leave it on the opposition. This is a complete game. It's a complete dirty game. I strongly believe those guys know about the burning of that building, but they want to shift it on the opposition, because they believe that the opposition are always, hostile, arrogant. That's their belief, and they want to make the public to believe that it's the opposition act. But I strongly believe they know about that, that the burning of that building.
But then how would know the truth now with all these things happening in the investigation process and all the leaks and of course and all of that? So that means we are going nowhere with actually uncovering the truth.
Nowhere we are going. This is why they are paying people to come and lie. This is why they are paying people to come and lie. They got movies for nothing else. That thing are happening right there. They got movies for it. When people go and do the other things, they want to shift other people to pay other people to lie. You see, there's no about it. I strongly believe that speaker, but he's a fireman.
Yeah, they see where Baga told us he was doing video call with Elon Musk. Now what?
Yeah.
People can lie. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. This is how the new family there. I get discussion from Omega Market in like I see a former president here. My brother, let me ask you. Can the court grant information for somebody that means a torture?
Say that again.
If the court can run,
can the court grant information for somebody that means a torture?
No.
No. That is not a lie. That's internationally, that's an international violation. Of course,
because the reason I'm asking, you cannot tell somebody now who whether you see the man 100 times a day, the information you get from the man is you get about means of torturing the man.
So the court is not in the business. The court is not in the business to go know whether the person the witness you got them through torture or whatever.
So this thing is centrally our justice system in this country. They are not taking somebody that you accuse. You don't take the person to court or to police station directly to get information from the person, keep the person withholding cell. Then you're taking the person to water when I want to in the justice system again.
Yeah, so I don't know where the police is going to go with this, right? Because if the guy goes and take the stand, the guy will definitely tell the judge that he has gone through all of these things and that will be difficult. So basically, they will carry the man out and accuse the man, say that the man burned it, but then they have to establish how the man burned it too. So it's a long haul. It's a long haul, but thanks a lot. Let me take 3 more calls, right? Up to what? 9:35. What is it?
908.
So yeah, 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. And of course, you'll be live on this conversation. Then we can transition to something else this morning on the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. And this is it. So basically, the conversation is about the trend in the trial. Right? The trial is on. The government bragged that she's got all of the, convincing evidence to prove that Fonante and the others truly conspired, right, to facilitate individuals who burned the Capitol building. So they have held John and some other folks as the ones who burned it, and they needed Jonah to come So John was being programmed to come serve as state witness to say yes, that Funanti, Abu Kamara, blah blah blah, and just concord the narrative in ways. They get a man 30, how many page, what thing? The mayor go and sign and say, okay, this one, then the man sign. But let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning, bravo.
Good morning, go ahead.
Yeah, this is different calling from Jakarta. Yeah. Bravo. I think the defendant had to try all their best to get all the recording from John Yanti. Maybe the recording from him to other people like his sister, or the recording from him to go down recording him, like everything. Because they may go and destroy evidence. Because that doesn't say you grab somebody, why is even the good boy, you can't put in with it, that's in a part of it. Who the sound is going to get into that? You better know somebody putting a criminal. You bring the police, and you go put the someone.
Then you kill the person for how many days? When the person not comply, then you kill the person. Yeah, then you kill the person, you tell the person to code now. Then you carry heavy gun, man. You say you can go. So what kind of investigation here? Abdul, let's hear you.
Yeah, Abu, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to your co-host, Abu. I join you from Morovia. This is Abdul G. Kana, preferred to be called the national gatekeeper of the Mali CDC. Abu, I follow your show this morning, your talking points, and I think you are on course. The issue of John Yanti, let me commend all of the partisans who answered to our court that the elaborate press conference was held to put the government on the defensive and make them to surrender John Yanti to the court.
Oh yeah, kudos to the youth league.
Yeah, it was part of our 24-hour ultimatum. And the police
so you want to say the police scared, yeah?
The police acted because they know the consequences that are going to follow after that. But let me say this, John.
Thank you. Well, go ahead.
Let me say this, Abu. It is scary. It is worrisome. It is a dangerous path that Mr. Boakai and his associate are carrying on to the country. The country is degenerating. You claim that you have explicit evidence, empirical evidence, clear evidence. Why are you trying to fabricate evidence now? Why are you trying to cook evidence? You brought John into this country. Let me just tell you one thing, Abu.
Yeah, go ahead. Quickly. We got to go.
John family, one of the families sold John out for a job.
Yeah, it says the Kofa guy, right?
Yeah, Edward Kofa Yanti, who is using Alpha Keita on Facebook. He's up to yesterday at Central, you're using an official vehicle of the Minister of Foreign Affairs at Central yesterday, 011. So the government was so desperate to allow John lie on himself.
So is that guy, because we are hearing that Christopher Onanuga is also part of this thing. Apparently, through Christopher Onanuga, right? Because Christopher and the Minister of Foreign Affairs are very close. I don't know the relationship, but I know they are close. So apparently, he has been the one trying to program Kofa to turn John over.
So here is the latest one I just want to bring to your attention. Christian Willa Kofa from District 16, a resident of Cornwall, was arrested by the police on June 4, 2025.
Okay.
Since then, today is exactly 15 days. The police have kept the men beyond the statutory period. In fact, on Sunday, after John rejected all of their offers to blame himself, on Sunday they turned their attention to Kofa. They have taken Christian Kofa from Central. They have taken it to an unknown luxury hotel in Morovia.
Oh, so the other Kofa is different from John's relative?
No, he's different. Christian Willa Kofa is one of the person they pick up. According to them, they say he the one escorted John to local border.
Okay.
So on that basis, since John refused that, they want to use Christian Kofa as state witness. We just come from having meeting with the Kofa family that they are concerned about their brother well-being
So the government
Their brother
going
were
around
being
grabbing people.
up
Okay.
to today.
So, but
days.
y'all need to issue another press statement again because it's after the Saturday period.
No, the family has decided to do a certain action at Central tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.
Christian young baby man, the Christian baby is just about 4 months old.
Amen.
The young baby man will be carrying Christian child. Because they got one woman they call Irene Giddings Cole at Central. She, the government uses to manipulate people to provide false evidence. So she told Christian, she even told federal US from Christian family.
So how y'all managed to know all they wanted to know?
We just were having meeting with Christian family. They want to speak to the press. They are
give my number to the people.
Okay, so Christian brother is coming to call right away. The spokesperson for the family.
Okay, thank you very much. So
okay,
this is exactly what it is. Let's pay somebody quickly.
Let's give somebody 5K here quickly this morning. Then we move on. *799 *11 hash is the code. Reply with the currency you want to play from, and then enter. And then yes, the next thing you reply with how many times you want to play instead of how much you want to play as. So yes, you reply with how many times you want to play. Yes, you move on. Then you stand a chance to receive. It's 733.
So Citizens United has confirmed participation in stand July 17 protest. Citizens United of Fode Massacre were planning a protest against the CSA boss and of course the Minister of Finance. I think they have come to a point where they decide to just merge everything.
And do everything. Yeah. That's a brilliant idea. *799 *11 hash. Let's talk to someone. Let's give money to somebody here this morning. Let's see what it is. Hope you pick. You have to pick and do the job. You have to pick. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, Chief. This is Hagar, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM. I'm here with Abu Sharif.
Yeah.
So you played the cash giveaway this morning?
Yeah.
How many times did you play?
I played 3 times.
You played 3 times this morning. So that is to say you used 600 Liberian dollars.
Yeah, the first one I played for 2 times, which is number 2. The second I played 1, which is for 200. So like $1,000.
Okay. So you play. That is to say you play from the US and LD account, right?
Yeah, LD.
Oh, okay. All right. So check up on your phone. We are doing a disbursement of 5,000 this morning as part of our winners this morning. Okay. So you got 4,600 profit, 4,400 profit.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Chief. Okay, *799 *11 hash.
So let's go to video 2. At any time when the Kufa family spokesman call, we'll take him and speak about that because this is important. This is equal to blackmail. So the state is on a spree of blackmail to just concoct evidence against Funati Kufa and other small deal. So as say because the man escorted the man, his friend was scared because the way they were carrying the news. So the man said, "Let me run away from my safety." So you know the man. So the president, just before you play, let me just set the tune right, and this is it, folks. Okay, 2 critical things we are going to emphasize on in these conversations from the president's interview. Liberia's President Joseph Boakai has defended his use of private jets for foreign trips. Liberia's President Joe Boakai has defended his use of private jet for foreign trips, saying sometimes it is necessary, and says it is not an abuse of public money. Listen, Boakai says to BBC in the war that the use of private jet as the campaign against WIA is never an abuse of public money. He says sometimes it is necessary. Liberians, are you listening? Hello, are you there? So this is exactly what the man you brought to rescue you, the man you brought to curtail public waste in public service. The man is telling you probably and telling the whole world on your behalf that at this point, Liberians have come to an agreement that the usage of private jet for the president is never, ever public waste, a waste of or an abuse of public money. But when he campaigned and you all were dancing in the poo water with the song, he said, "Oh, he flying private jet, blah blah blah." Then he told you it was an abuse of public money. I think the guy is calling actually. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So Mr. Boakai came to power in 2024 on a pledge. Okay. This is the number. So let's get all the thing. You got the whole thing. Be looking funny to you.
So let me talk to him.
You already thought the whole rescue thing are going to be like that. Kofa hold on. Hagar is calling you right now, right? So Mr. Boakai came to power in 2024 on a pledge to tackle financial mismanagement and corruption, which he claimed the previous leader, George Weah, failed to do. President Boakai was speaking to BBC Newsday Veronica Yuwonkonda. This is on BBC News Africa page, and I'm reading from exactly right there. So this is what the president says about you all. The other point the president makes is to justify what has come clear as the governments of Liberia's decision to vote against Israel and the U.S. combined in the ongoing conflict between Israel and of course, Iran, right? So it is just for you to understand the official position of your country. I know all of you, the church people may somehow be stunned by these facts, but this is exactly the man you brought to rescue you. The man have said, when you are thinking Liberia and you're doing one Liberia, you flout and abuse all of the existing historical relationship that Liberia has ever had, right? And you start to do a whole new thing, ignoring the consequences. However, senior officials of the government, of the Boakai government, has begun sounding, condescending towards Israel and the Israeli prime minister to affirm and justify why the president took a decision against the United States of America, darling, I know, friend or daughter or whatever in the Middle East. Here's what Boakai Jaliba wrote on his social media page that I'm going to read. 20 years in running, Bibi, which is Netanyahu now, pushed the dangerous lie that Iran was just months away from producing a nuclear bomb, a blatant falsehood reminiscent the fabricated claims about Saddam Hussein's nuclear weapon program. Now, as his country is being pummeled, he's desperate to drag the U.S. into direct conflict to save himself. Shameful. So, in an effort to say why the government of Liberia took the decision against Israel and, of course, America, to all of our friends out there, the government of Liberia says because the Israeli prime minister is a liar. He lied to the world that Iran was just days away from, developing nuclear weapon, just as he lied on Saddam Hussein and Iraq and all of that. So this is where we are. We're going to play the video so you hear from the horse's mouth, and the president goes to BBC and defend and says he believes and he thinks that this decision that Liberia has taken will have no bearing on the relationship with America. In any case, the American president has also said that everybody or any nation or individual that stand defiant to America's interests, African nation.
I do not ride private jet.
Any African nation that stands defiant to America's interests, there are repercussions, and there are going to be very heavy repercussions. This is where we are, Liberians. Go ahead, Higa. You got the guy?
Yeah, I got him.
I do not ride private jets just because I want to ride them, but there are occasions that it becomes necessary. I can assure you that you are not here to misuse resources for any purpose.
I want you.
And all of that.
Do African leaders like yourself have an idea of lived experiences of the common man or woman?
If anybody who is knowledgeable about a common person, that's the person sitting right before you. Corruption is a poison in this country, and we are going to deal with it. This is a government that is serious about service to the ordinary person.
$1.2 million electric car. Man paying $10 million retirement home in 4 years.
We still do have a very strong relation with the United States. We believe that Liberia first. We think
this is the
as Liberians and what is best for our country.
Hold it right there. Just hold it right there. So you hear the president. He say, think Liberia first. He think the best for our country and what is best. And in this instant, what is best for Liberia now is to take a vote against Israel. For us, our job is just to let you know and put you in a position, and then whatever comes afterward will come back there. You say, you remember the decision, the vote, what your president was justifying on BBC? That AL. So go ahead.
No, I think that's it. That's it.
They talk the Israel on, and he talked the.
I think it's something.
Yeah, but this is the Israel on you're talking
off.
right now.
It's off. This is off.
Right. So, but folks, this is where we are. We talk the private jet.
So let me get. to
This is
see
the
whether
private
this
jet.
is-
That's
this
it.
This is 3 minutes.
Yeah, but this is it. All to the private jet. The next one that is something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Occasions like going to a friend daughter wedding in going to Lupa, right? You know, having all of the 12 useless travels out of the country on private jet. The last one, what the private jet almost maga him. You saw before the people that. Okay, that hold it right there. The president said this is a government that is serious to service to the ordinary person. So I'm not going for any other group of Liberians comments. Let me go to Bon County and bring you voices from supporters of Mr. Joseph Newman Boaka, senior president of the Republic of Liberia, on whether the president said to BBC is true or not.
There's something about we the group get me here. Superintendent was not here. She was handpicked. I can tell you.
So basically, the young people in Banga have said that no, contrary to what the president is saying, that this government is at the service of the common people. No, they have been ostracized, segregated, discriminated against, and denied jobs and opportunity in their country. And in fact, the president has brought in people who they did not see or heard during the struggle days of the Unity Party and all that. So probably, basically what is happening is the president is promoting cronyism, favoritism, and tribalism. So these are basically the interpretation of what is the reality on the ground versus the picture the president paints internationally. So your condition is not going to change. If your president was admitting to the problems, then you say, okay, so that means the president said admit that this is our problem. So apparently they will be working towards it. But no, the president goes and tells the world that you're okay, things are fine with you, and all of that. Quite recently, let me play something the president said about the condition and life of Liberians today under his leadership. It's important for you all to know, Hagar. This is how the president thinks
come
about
here and say the truth. And President Bouaka, people around him that would take the passport tomorrow and get on a plane and leave the country and leave our people in destitute. And we want to
all
sit
of them
here
get passport
to cover up and wear our sweet clothes and eat our good food. And say to the Liberian people, now I can say to you, the country got no problem. The president look at his ministers, those corrupt individuals that LDCC have charged. They set in for the president. They should have been long gone. But the president refused to move them.
All of them,
Massive
they're doing
corruption. And the president said the country is okay. The president look at Michael women saying they came back from us. And the president said it's okay. That's the president the Liberian people, a little over 25,000 voted for. And the president, the ministers and director, they are happy to celebrate because the president said, you're going self well. You're doing great. The little child, forget her. This guy that crying, somebody told me, said, well, he didn't vote for the president. How they know? I don't know. But he said, don't listen to him. President Bouaka, don't listen to him. That man didn't vote for you. The country is doing well. That man is not a Liberian because he didn't vote for you. Don't listen to him. Listen to him.
Over some years, and so during the regime of Josh Manu Wia, and as compared to now under President Joseph Yuma Bouaka, how can you compare business?
You can compare it because I can remember 2017 when Joe Wia become president for Labrador. As of the time I start making money on my own. I even bought Lenty. But anytime the party people come in power, something very hard. As you can see me, this is not my body. Things I have. Yes, so from the economic situation.
So, folks, Liberian, let me hold it there. But this was in the aftermath of a cabinet meeting where the president, all of them, they're drinking wine, they're eating beautiful and nice cuisines and all of that, prepared by state money, taxpayers' money. And they were there, and the president declared to his officials that the country is good, everybody's happy, things are fine, right? Slapping in the face all of the reactions that were coming from across Liberia, and people were complaining that they are hungry, things are tough, things are difficult. The president is insensitive. This is a clear demonstration of insensitivity on the part of the president. Basically, the president have said he cares less about what you are going through. To hell with anything you think it is a problem for you today in Liberia. He just don't care. All he cares is get on the next private flight and go to wherever, celebrate another friend, daughter's wedding or anniversary or birthday party.
Then he says it's necessary.
And wear over 11,000 to 12,000 Ferragamo shoes, right? Customized branded purple suits, wear them, and wear a skinny fitted coat suit all around the place, pretending to be a young man. And then his wife is there, putting all of the latest, what you might call it, foundation on her face to look good and that and blah, 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 and all this. But this is exactly where we are. And the president goes to speak to the world and tell the world that, look, I'm a common man. My wife is a common woman. Since she came here, we don't know when and how far the wife is going to go with her own foundation, and to take care of the women, the elderly, and of course the vulnerable girls in the country. We're not seeing any program. We've not heard about anything. But all we see the first lady does is pin her face, wear gold, wear all kind of big headed, colorful, lapel suit and pass around the place. And this is exactly what is happening in the country. But the president tells the world that we are all okay, we're enjoying, things are fine, and somebody want us to close our mouth on these things. But we say, no, we are not going to do that. We're going to keep speaking. I know they will call us NIM, they will call us non-compliant. Listen, I'm a non-conformist. And of course, I refuse to be a bandwagonist. So we are always going to adapt this posture because we are anti-establishment. We do not believe in elitism. We believe that whatever that God has blessed the nation with must be at the service of everybody. But for other people to be suffering for daily bread and other people are eating and all of them get diplomatic passports, visas in their book with their children. All of them are clapping, that can be justifying. But you're who's suffering and poor, that can be wasting your time. You're going clap, reloaded, listening to the people. You're insulting yourself, your dignity, you're insulting it. All of them on that class reloaded get fast passport, visa. They're not suffering. They're eating 3 times a day. Their children can have fun. They can go to, or the only thing you don't see, you can see Patawi in picture, you can see Libasa in picture, all the other new places in your own country, but you're not able to go there because you're poor. You're the all right. But the people who get the capacity, they sit down, they be talking their chicken tour and their cigar tour with their whiskey tour, they'll be there clapping for them. Oh yeah, that's true. They will stay long inside until the people consciences can be reawakened, emancipated, until you can know that this country here, through your leaders, you're not being served rightly. The people are stealing from you. You'll be responsible for your own poverty.
And that is where my disappointment will come from, Abu, as always. It is disappointing when the very people we are here sitting and talking for, when they sit and still accept that, yes, we agree we want to suffer. You find somebody fighting for a person who is living luxurious life, whose children are out of the country, going to better educational institutions around the world, attending or seeking medical attention in renowned, well-equipped medical facilities, exposed to an environment where you have the clear understanding of what life is. And there's somebody who is not even able to afford a cup of rice for themselves.
MCC truck driver, PCC truck
Will
driver,
sit-
$82 a month.
will sit and want to rain insult. They will take phone and call and say blah 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 blah. But deep down, these people, children are outside of this country. They're sending them the thousands, the millions. Why they giving you $20 or $5 for scratch car?
And you only went for $1 graduation.
Their children are not making noise. Their children are not fighting, insulting. But you are here insulting when you can't even afford for yourself. They subject you to always being a beggar, while their children are preparing to come and take over from them. This is how Liberia is being built. That's why you see the rich or the quote-unquote successful people in our country who, especially in politics, who are in politics, they don't care about seeking your welfare. Like I always told you, I said it the last time, at this point of the country's history or in this time where no election is around, are you seeing them coming with quick impact project? Are you seeing them coming to build roads? Are you seeing them coming with vocational programs to allow you to capacitate yourself enough for the future? No. They will start to bring these things. They will start to bring these things 6 months or a year to elections. So you sit and make and rain insult at us because we sit here and tell you that Bwaka is filling on the promises he made to you. But deep down, Bwaka himself, because of the way you continuously call on the radio, insult people who are advocating for you, Bwaka goes on an international platform and sit there and see the way you talk. You say, if there is anybody who understands what the life of a common man is the person sitting right before you. Are you killing me? Bwaka, you know what the life of a common man is? When you sat over there and celebrated birthday He celebrated wedding anniversary. Even though you complained that it was wrong before. You was brought to the presidency, you had vehicle that was well secured for your comfort and all of that. He said, hey, I don't want this. You put in for customized vehicle that is only used in Africa. The first that is only used in Liberia, I should say, Liberia becomes the first country or became the first country where their president is riding that vehicle that Bouaka is in. Liberia became the first country. I got the video here. We'll play it here before you listen to it. This is a man who said he understands common life, the life of a common man. Bouaka is today building $10 million duplex or mansion in Lofa County. When young people are in this country and are not even able to pay $2,500 or $3,000 to register for UL entrance. Bouaka is in Bama district taking people land and now giving them what he promised them. And in that very place, there are students, there are children there are parents there who cannot afford for their children to go to school. No better educational facility over there. But Bouaka is proud to tell us that he's from there, that he's farm. In that very farm, when plum drop from there, child go take it, they will beat you and do you like they want to kill you. The Bouaka that understand the life of a common man. Now the kind of man you see that you see.
But the man said the country enjoying everything okay, nobody complaining, things are fun, everybody happy.
I will always say this. My mother, when I was a child living with my parents, my mother would normally tell me, she would always, when she advising us, she would say, for every time when you go in the bush as a hunter, and maybe you get attacked by dwarf or spirit, I should say. You as a human, you're supposed to be crying in human too. So that humans that are in the city or in the village or the town, they will say, somebody is in there crying. How can we go and help that person?
Okay.
But when you are there, you want to cry like the spirit or the dwarf that is beating you, then people will say, the people in the town, they will say, that dwarf and dwarf fighting whatever. People will start, in fact, they will start finding refuge somewhere else. Because their fear could be that they will come in the town to come for it.
So bring it down for the people.
In this, Bouaka have not recognized the fight. Bouaka is not telling the international community that Liberians are suffering so that people can come to our aid. He's not telling them that. But Bouaka will go and sit on international platform and lie. Then anybody that won't come with aid to our country, they will say, but our people, the president said they enjoying life is better. In fact, when we listen to radio, the people say can call and be cursing each other. So we still cry in the spirit too. Some people who are supposed to come to our aid are running away from us. This is it. Bouaka go sit on the radio, say, our people enjoying. Couple of rest are reduced. Roads, connectivities is are on course and all of that.
And the way he says them with, that kind of, I don't know, confident there's and, irrational confidence. That's what he says it with. Bold-faced lies, misrepresentations of the fact, deception, and this is hurting. This is hurting the souls of Liberians' families. This is hurting the future of Liberians' kids. The litany of reports on the surge in sex and commercial sex, and all of the testimonies from the girls, all of the testimony from the girls in the different reports, they always indicate hardship and difficulties. And that's why teenage girls are engaged into what? Commercial sex under your watch as president. And you are doing absolutely nothing about that. There is no program, there is no activities, there is nothing absolutely designed for these things, no mitigating measures, whatever. Single parents that are hustling on the street are being beaten with baton off the streets, left to go in the communities. And what do? They start to put on makeup, just like the first lady, and start going in the inbox of married men. And this is exactly what is happening in your country. This is the picture of Liberia under Bouaka. We are suffering, my people. The country is going down. But the criminals that are reaping the proceeds of the thievery and corruptions in the country are the ones who develop the audacity to be lecturing us on whatever. Because there are people who believe that, oh, once I can get my own team, my man, I can face the country problem.
No,
Once
but
I can get my
that's the
own.
notion.
So for me, I'm not sure I'm prepared to do that, right? Because first of all, as soon as you limit yourself, you agree that you got to bootleg some kind of official to survive in your country at defeat already. And this is terrible. And that's what you see. A lot of you can be complaining, oh, my man, you can take Hussein Kewu or the UP people, this, that, blah, blah, blah. No. You see, Hussein and their likes are all victims of state-sponsored, mental enslavement. This is it. These are victims. These kids, they don't really know what they're doing. They do not understand the empire. All they care is that their party, they take the film, oh, they got to defend their own party too. So you got to allow them to now. But the least thing they're forgetting is that the robbery that's happening to their own future. Somebody told me that Hussein is out of school now, right? Could not make it to be in or whatever. But it's the same Hussein that takes the phone and says things are okay. Still living with his parents, does not know what it takes to foot a responsibility of a family. So you see these kids, when they exercising youthful exuberance, don't get battered or move. Just allow them the space to let them talk their own. These people have been brainwashed. These are victims of state-sponsored brainwash. They go there, the people who are stealing their future, they give them $50, $100, they pay from one place, oh yeah, you're working. Yeah, you're working. So you don't waste your time on you're working, children. Allow them to, do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, you go for the oppressors. And that's exactly what we do on the platform. So we take calls.
0776-104-104-86-500-104 are the numbers. You can call us on here this morning. Let's talk to this first person. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're live on the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah. Again, I'm Bernard Vezell, and I'm calling from Central Morovia. I want to be something clear going forward. You're not all gray here nowadays, especially in our setting in Liberia. Taking from in terms of the bag and what the demonstration of our president yesterday. Let's tell you that many of our old people are Muslim people, and having gray hair and age doesn't mean that there's any respect and quality. But I believe nobody. I believe the nerve of BBC and other media institutions like the these were the institutions that were used to bring the criminal empire on food.
No, BBC is a news organization. What is news? So I mean, don't tell you let blame shifting being in the country like problem. The problem is that what can you blame?
Transfer aggression.
Sovereign you.
All right, Benedict.
You don't pacify, then you want to blame.
Okay, Benedict. Let's talk to the who's in sorry, I think.
BBC is not a duty bearer.
0776-104-104-86-500-104 are the numbers you can call us on. Benedict, you buy?
Yeah, good morning. Okay. Good morning to Abu Cherry.
Morning.
Abu, if no Liberian will appreciate you, let me say this morning on behalf of me and my family and the people of Point 4, Abu, we are grateful. It's kind of a tough family. If we want to stay, we are grateful because Abu, you know what it means? Kind of a government what the president just judiciary money and you Abu to stand for the truth. So I even want to encourage Liberians this morning that even those who do not believe in Musari and Ega, to right now start to believe in them. So everything I say on the radio is also true. Can you imagine why in the world you would tell people say, oh yeah, you're such a private job for the president, and today you come back and say there's a near here like when people get a private jet. I mean, what kind of embarrassing question here? So I will let God bless and be with you, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to Hussein. Hussein, morning. Hussein, good morning. Oh, okay. Morning.
My name is Hussein Kewu. I'm from Jigostan. So, none of insult or intimidation will stop me from living and making my contribution on the show.
Who gave you the privilege to contribute now? They're not, wait. They're not Braka radio station here, I'll tell you. So when you come here, don't be talking and say that Braka radio or that Braka paying fee, putting fee in the radio station. Let me tell you.
But you
So
gave me the
when we
opportunity,
give you the
right?
privilege, don't come be talking like say, oh, you get rare yet.
No,
You get
I'm not
rare.
speaking with authority, right? I'm not speaking with authority. So don't even go that route, right?
Yeah. So
And
make your
you
point
give
now.
me the opportunity. You give me the opportunity to disagree on different national issues. So if you say, yeah, you will not call this radio, I'm not going to call. So I'm not just worried about that. All what you said is up to the public to judge me. In fact, I can state this on the record. I've been into radio engagement little over 25 years. You are fabric, you know how long I've been into radio engagement.
Yeah, but you're a different Hussein now. You're defending AOs. You're defending lies. You're defending lies. You're defending. You see the clear too. You move on there. You go start defending because you get your friend and you get a Bobby in the government. So you got to be defending. This is terrible for your own future, Hussein.
So let me say this, yes, brother. We both respect each other regardless of our different political lands. Your own electoral policy, when I go contrary to the discussion, you can checkmate me and say, oh yes, we have to do this and that. So many of the corners.
So what your point? What you want to say about the president's BBC interview?
The point here.
Or that because I say you're not feeding yourself, like what you want to respond to?
Let me say this again. Many of the corners, they will listen to you guys, having different talking points. They have nothing to say because I know. And when Hussein called, then they come to just talk about Hussein Care, because they listen. And I'm not responsible for your misfortune.
Let's talk to this person.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you very much, Abu. I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I come from a Popo Corner, down Coast Kunto.
You still get Popo Corner. I thought you having rescue now. Rescue Corner.
Where you get
No, that place would never call rescue corner. Rescue is a working contradiction to the issue. And Hagar, this puppy, this photo for the 2 years old or Pastor Deacon is a complete contradiction, working contradiction to everything that he said in the past. This puppy, when he was taken the characters by Belinda Yue and his daughter to Nigeria, he make the world to understand that President was going out of Nigeria and coming in Nigeria, it makes no difference. And President Weah was living in opulence and the people of Nigeria were suffering. In fact, President Weah was using profit jet.
He said that.
He's coming to justify those things that he yesterday criticized. This way is living in opulence with his own partisans and his political party headquarters.
But the message is necessary now. It is not an abuse of the public resources, public money. It's not an abuse of public money.
That's the hardest contradiction in this topic.
Okay.
And it is to a whole missionary. It is to my own brother. All of you guys are frustrated today. They do not know where to go.
Thank you so kind. Let's talk to this person from the WhatsApp line. Morning.
Abuse of for public money anymore.
Good morning, Hagar.
Morning.
Good morning, Hagar. Good morning, Abu.
Morning, Chief.
This is I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Where?
Yeah, Mr. John. And it is so sad, Abu, when you stress on how the country is in the serious doom. When this my old uncle, called President Joseph Boakai speaks about the country being okay, everybody is fine. Let me give you a shocking thing. That shows that there's no responsibility of leadership in Mr. Boakai. Even in America, as the people are going to election and the president is on the stand debating his opponent. Do you know what the president normally says? He stressed out how Americans are going through it because of so and so reason, and they are working on fixing it. You will never hear an American president or sound leader. Let's say, forget about America. Maybe the white people are smarter than us, but you will not hear or African or some country like Nigeria or Ghana, the president telling you that the country is fine. There's no way. There's always a room to make the country better than what you have it as. even if you are doing your 100%, it's not 100% for the people because you will not be able to reach to everybody.
Okay.
But for a president, as Joseph Boakai, as old as he is, to stand on a media and tell people that, oh, the country is fine, the people are happy, you know what that implies? That they don't need help.
Okay.
And that's how sickening it is for our country. Thank you.
Okay, Rockner, thank you so kindly. 0776104104. Let's talk to this person. Morning.
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead.
I think you're Action Newton calling from District 17.
Go ahead from District 17.
Woman Baka is the wickedest enemy I ever see. It's so wicked. Why can't maybe the national community is going on in the country, right? But because it's insensitive to the part of the people. That is why you live the way in behaving. But we told the people, right? Woman Baka is right to be on a duplex. He go far and involve here.
Okay.
You're right. Then I join Yankee who let me hear Mr. John Yandy said I bought from Dakota to always defend why
All right. He got just hold on a little bit. We have to squeeze this one in, and of course the lady who husband or partner is being arrested, the baby mother, right? Has asked to speak to us about what she's going through. The Kofa guy who the government has accused of escorting John Yanty to the border, right? So let's hear from her. Madam, you're live on the radio. What is your name, please?
My name is Kebe Kuli. I'm calling from the borough of Newton District 16.
Kebe who?
Kuli.
Kebe Kuli.
Yes.
All right, Kebe. So tell us, are you in any way related to Mr. Kofa?
Yes, I Kofa woman.
Okay, Kofa
I have
woman.
2 children, yes, we live together.
So what happened to Kofa?
They arrested him May in June 4th.
Okay.
In there for him for his hearings. They arrested him.
Okay.
Yes. Because his best friend and brother tried calling his phone, just ringing, so they didn't call me back.
So what they arrested him for? Who arrested him?
The government from Central.
Okay, so
the police go from Central, yes.
So what they say they arrested him for?
Thursday when I went there last week Thursday, they said that because he escort John Yanty. Why they know that? Yes, he escort John Yanty. That's why they arrested him.
So currently, where is your husband as we speak?
We don't know. We don't know where about since Sunday.
So since they arrested him, they kept him in police custody?
We've been going there up to last week. We've been going there, but since Sunday, they called my sister-in-law and tell her that because I don't mean call the food bread. You don't baby mama's daughter that 1 month.
Okay.
They don't see it, my daughter 1 month. So I can cook the food my sister-in-law carry in.
Okay.
The Irene room in police room, the conference room. They call Irene. She told my sister-in-law that my sister-in-law not come again. They will take care of Christian. Providing food and what have you. So morning she came short of me. It is tell my mother I said no. Christian be somewhere we see him. We don't know where about this. They tell me all that they will see him or this.
Have they asked you for any payment or any money or that sort? Have they?
Yeah, they beginning of last week. The beginning of last week, they just said because today the 15 days. Since they arrested Christian Kofa. The 15 days.
Okay,
today.
so why they asked you for the money for?
To free him. $50.
Do you know
$50 to free him.
Was it Irene that asked for the $50 or?
Yes.
Irene said you should carry $50.
Yes.
To free Kofa.
Yes.
And you paid the $50?
I sent the $50. We pay it. And the next day, when there which was Wednesday, we pay the money. No Tuesday. Wednesday, Tuesday, I see him. So I call. They say no, they won't say tomorrow. We need somebody to sign for him. They don't come. So I say okay. Wednesday, Thursday, I will go there myself. My daughter know the ring. I will go there. I want to win.
Yeah.
For me, whether baby my into baby my say a post open right. I say okay. Christian will be free. So I say, well, to the house there. Say yes. They may only need to specify why. So I said specify why.
So quickly, because of time. So what come into your mind with all of what has happened? They arrested Christian and said they will free him. They took $50 from you and then free him. Yeah.
What
so
come to my mind is that we see him, we hearing from him, we won't see him. We won't hear from him. I want to move on. Careful to him. When you arrested somebody, the person is guilty. They send him over to the court. They keep Christian only for 8 hours. So send there today 15 days.
And you don't know where Christian is.
We don't know where Christian is.
All right, so we will hold you there, but we'll call you back again probably, and we'll keep talking about it, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot. So we just thought to squeeze that one in so that you know exactly how these trial, the trends, of course, they're taking now and all of that. Basically, so this is a living witness of all that is happening. Somebody accused for being a friend to John Yanti, who the government says escorted John Yanti to the border. So he's being held in police custody, away from his family. They can't see him, they can't talk to him, while other police officers are collecting money, say they will free the man, and they can't free the man. But hey, so what kind of people they so?
Yeah, that the freedom fighter there. Well, we'll be here on tomorrow. I'll be here. Until Monday, Abu and I will be here. Let's keep the peace of our country. Liberia is the only country we have, the only country that we cannot be deported from, the only country where our president can sit on national platform, international wire, and say that everything is okay. But Liberians here calculating on how they will study it. We are out of here, folks.
I mean, we are out. Like Higa said, we will be here on Monday, but he's gonna ride you on the weekends edition. Basically, the only thing we do is to report just how they are, and we hope the government will see the need to do the right things, course correct, and redeem Liberia as she promised. My name is Abu Higa. I was here. Until we see you, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye.